All right, welcome back, guys. Now, this video is going to be all about how to create multiple targeting interests within the same ad set so that you can have an organized back office inside of your Facebook Ads Manager. So first thing that we want to do is from inside the Power Editor, okay? Now, mind you, I haven't launched these ads yet, okay? Let's say that I want to go ahead and I want to create 3 ads at a time, all targeting new interests, but using the exact same ad underneath the same campaign. What you're going to want to do is instead of going and at the end of this going to review changes, all we want to do now is just click over to ad sets. Okay, so as you remember in the beginning of this, the tabs are going to let you know what layer of the ad campaign you're in. So you could do a new campaign, you could do a new ad set, or you can do a new ad. Now remember what I mentioned is that you want one ad set, one ad per ad set, one ad per ad set, okay? One ad per ad set. So what we want to do is let's go and create a new ad set. So from here, we're going to go and we're going to press the ad set tab. We're going to create ad set and we're going to use an existing campaign. So you can create a new campaign if you wanted to, but it's not what we're trying to do. We want to be able to test interests, selling the same offer to a new group of people offering the same ad, okay? So this is going to be a true interest test. So we want to be able to make sure that your existing campaign is exactly what it was when you set up your first campaign. We know that the one that we launched was Test Academy 197, so we're going to use that as an existing campaign. Now, if I exit out of this, I can click on this and it can actually let me know all my campaigns that I have inside of that objective. So I'm looking to create my conversion campaigns, right? So this is going to be a list of all my conversion campaigns. And as you can see here, we have Test Academy 197. So create new ad set. Now the new ad set, if you remember in the last video, or in the ad set video, we're looking at, it was email marketing and platforms. So maybe this time we could then do a retargeting audience. So now we'll do the retargeting audience. So we're going to call here is custom plus, would be custom audience. Watch how we do this, custom audience. And then we don't want to skip the ad. We want to create a new ad. And the new ad, let's say image goggles, right? So the guy had goggles, right? So image goggles, we create that. Now what we have is we have a new ad set with a new ad underneath the same existing campaign. So while Facebook is creating this for us, we're gonna wanna get right into it. So as you can see, we're inside of the same campaign. Now we're inside of the ad set. So this is gonna be custom audiences. So we're going to edit the placements just like we did last time. We're going to make sure that everything is the exact same except for the interest. So we have it on all, right, mobile and desktop. We have it in right column and news feeds. And now what we have here is we have our conversion event, which is going to be lead. That's what we're tracking. Our budget, we're going to take that to be the exact same budget that we had in the last ad set. We're not going to add an end date and we're going to schedule it right away. And then from here, custom audiences, this is where we'll put in the custom audiences. Lookalike and custom audiences are two different things. Custom audiences are people who you've already engaged with personally, whether it be an email list, people who are on your watching your videos, engaging with your posts. That's going to be a custom audience, people who are literally in that group. But then Facebook allows you to create a lookalike audience based on those people. So Facebook has an algorithm set up to where if you have, say, person, let's call him John. John comes and visits your business page. He watches a few of your videos. We then can get John in a retargeting audience, right? That's what we're doing here with the custom audience. But what's great is that we can actually take that one person, right? That one person, John, and send it to Facebook to say, hey, give us a bunch of people who match John's criteria, his behavior, his buying patterns. What is about him that everybody else has a similarity with? And what Facebook does, it actually creates an audience that looks like the top 1% of the people on Facebook that match John. This way, you're going to go from an audience of, say, 1,500 to an audience of a couple million. Okay, it happens just like that, and Facebook is really great with this. Lookalike audiences and custom audiences, it's the wave of the future when it comes to making money online, especially with Facebook ads. So this is why it's so important to be creating that content each day. So here, let's go through it and let's go and make sure that we have only the engagement. You can see right here it says lookalike and engagement. We're just going to click all the engagement ones and the customer lists. So customer lists and engagement, that's what we're looking for. And we don't want anything lookalike. You could also do website, because that's people who have visited the website within a certain amount of time. So we have engagement, and again, video, video and customer list. Okay, so now as you can see, we have 4,700 people right here that are interested. And now what we want to do is make sure that we're targeting the countries that we are able to serve or that you want to serve. So we have those and those. Now we're back up to 5,400. We have a potential reach of 5,000. And now what we want to do is make sure that we have the age range. Remember what we said, 25 or 24 to about 60, 55 or 60. Now that's our data. Okay, that's our data. I'm glad that I brought that up. Now, one thing that you want to do is make sure that you're not choosing an age range based off guessing. Start your age range unless you have strong data to support it. Like you're not going to be, you're not going to be selling CrossFit equipment to, elderly people, like 70 people or, 65 plus. You're just not going to do that. So you don't need to have your age range from 18 to 64 plus. If you're selling apps or video games, you don't want to have it sent to a group of people, a demographic that you already know does not find it interesting or is very unlikely to find it interesting. So for us in our data, really it's between 24 and 45 years old. But with this specific one, I want to take it all the way up to 60, and then I want to shrink it down once I get the data. Okay. So here we have languages, like I mentioned before. We go into English all. And now what's going to happen is we don't need to mess with the detailed targeting because we already told Facebook it's going to be sent to our custom audience. Want to get rid of the expanding of the interests. Don't want to mess with the connections. You don't need to save the audience. It's unless you want to. That's just a preference. And then you have conversions, and we change from 7 days to 1 day. And now what's going to happen is we are set to go. Now we go up to the ad, right? Now we go up to the ad, and now the ad is going to be one thing that's cool about the way that Facebook does this is watch. I can toggle between these two. You see how Facebook is going to show me the other one that I had in draft. Okay, so this is the other ad that I had created. I could just literally click on this. It'll bring me down. I could copy and paste the link, click back up here, paste, right? I could scroll down a little bit. Now the text, I'm going to click back on this ad. I'm going to just copy. I'm going to click back here, and I'm going to paste. Okay, my headline, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to grab my headline, I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. And then same thing with the description. Copy, come back up here, paste. Now I just literally duplicated my ad in 3 seconds without having to create a new campaign, okay? And then we have the same call to action button. Now all that's missing is the image. So we come back here, we select the image, we make sure it's the same image as it was before, and now we are good to go. Okay, we have the ad. This is great. And as you can see here, the review changes went from 3 to 5 because now we have one campaign, we have 2 different ad sets, and we have 2 different ads, even though it's the same copy and paste ad. This goes into the same formula that I was sharing with you in the beginning of this video, which is that we want one ad per ad set. One ad per ad set. You can have as many ad sets within the same campaign, but you want to create one new ad for every ad set that you create. So that's what we just did. Now what's going to happen is if I press review images, or review changes, this entire thing, watch, I'll show you, I'll even do it because I'm not gonna actually like keep it running. But look, I have that running right now. Okay, so we have applying. You can see it takes no time at all. And once it changes, boom, your changes have been applied, pending review, come back to your ads manager so that you could see what it looks like in your back office. And watch how simple it is for me to view which one of these is working. I can come back here, and the very first campaign is going to be the one that I just recently made, or typically it is. But right here you can see Test Academy. Okay, it's active, so Test Academy. Now when I click this, you're going to see that, boom, I know that email marketing and platforms is my interest here. Custom audience is here. I don't need to go into the ads to search to see which one's performing better because the ad is the exact same. What I'm looking for is what's the cost per result, what's the reach, what are the results, and I'm going to go with further details on data in a later video. But right here, you can easily see at a glimpse of an eye that, hey, look, this ad set, right, this interest is definitely outperforming the rest. Now, what do you want to do when you have something that's not converting? You can either pause the whole campaign. If the entire campaign is done with and you're just like, this thing is not working, you can come back to campaigns and you could just click the on-off switch right here. Now, what I usually do is I'll come into the ad set, and let's say that email marketing and platforms was converting worse than the custom audience. I'll just come here, click that off, boom. Now that is inactive. I don't have to worry about that. And then let's say that I want to pause my entire campaign for like a day, but I don't want to actually pause the actual campaign. I just want to pause the payments. I want to pause the serving of the ad. Then you just click off here. Now you're gonna see that both these are inactive. Okay, both of these are completely inactive. And so when I come to campaigns, you're gonna see that my test is, where's my test? Here it is right here. So now it says not delivering. So even though the campaign is on, it does not matter because I turned off the ad sets. I made the ad sets inactive. This way, when you get to your manager, like I have these right here, blue still, because these are ones that I could literally come in, they've worked really well. I could literally come in here and I could choose any one of these and then turn it on, right? I could turn this on. So if we like come to here, we have two different types of ad sets here. See, one's at $1.08 per click, one's at $1.33 per click. I could easily come in here and turn this on, right? Turn this on, and then what's gonna happen is it's going to then serve the ads, the ad that we wanted to serve. So again, this is why it's very important for you to become organized in your dashboard. This way you can easily find the campaigns that are working. You can easily toggle between the ad sets that are working and not, and you could find which ads that are part of those ad sets which are converting the best. It's the best way for us to be able to get this going. So now that you've seen how to create multiple ad sets within the same campaign, the next video that we want to go through is some ad examples. Okay, I want to show you some different ad examples of things that we've done that have worked well, as well as what is being promoted online. That way you can have an idea, maybe something to model after. But up to this point right now, you should be very confident in being able to get your campaign created, your ad set launched, getting your ad campaign created, getting everything done that's going to help you launch this profitable campaign. Next step, like I mentioned, is just going to be us to be able to go through and figure out the ad examples for you to get something to model. And then we'll go on to finish up with some pixel installation, some custom audience making, and then ad and lead page congruency. Okay, so that's how we're going to finish this up. Come back on the next video after you get up to this point, and I'll see you there.